Hi, welcome to Steve Chats Wrestling, hashtag SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Thank you for choosing the channel and choosing the video. Please subscribe right now if you haven't already. You can like and share the video as well, particularly if you enjoy it. And if you have any comments, do leave them in the comments below. A little roundup over the last 24 hours. A bit of news has come out regarding Bill Goldberg and Clash of Champions. TNA been interested in Paige, a Dana Brooke face turn, and also the status on Luke Harper and where we'll be with Raw or SmackDown when he returns to the main roster. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. As previously reported, Bill Goldberg was scheduled to do a podcast with Eric Bischoff, which would have taken place in the same city as Sunday's WWE Clash of Champions event. This led to speculation that the former WWE superstar may appear at the show and possibly issue a challenge to Brock Lesnar. Now, I had also heard rumours before that coming away from this article that I'm reading for you now, that he was potentially going to actually cost Roman Reigns the United States Championship as well. But I suppose all of these can be put to rest because according to RingsideNews.com, they have been told that the deal between Goldberg and Bischoff fell through. He'll be not appearing in the same city now as Clash of Champions to tape the podcast, which pretty much rules him out of actually showing up at the event. Now, to be honest, if he's made a deal with WWE, my personal point of view, he would be there anyway. So to me, this podcast isn't really going to rule anything out, but I did say when I did my predictions video on this that I would take the whole thing with a pinch of salt because Goldberg is being linked with everything now since the 2K showcase that was going on last month when SummerSlam was going on. Personally, for me, I don't see it happening. I think if Goldberg is going to turn up, it's going to be around Royal Rumble time. It's going to be at the start of 2017 when Brock Lesnar comes back on TV. So I don't expect anything between now and then. But if anything does, I'm prepared to be shocked. But I would say don't expect to see Goldberg at Clash of Champions. Although I would have said before this news report not to expect it anyway. We move on in the meantime then to TNA been interested in Paige. That's right. Well, while now it seems to appear that Paige will return to WWE as an active performer, TNA is interested in signing her should she become a free agent, and they are legally able to do so. Dave Meltzer reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that she tried to quit WWE 2 weeks ago, which led to the organisation officials trying to mend fences with her by talking things over. It now appears that things have been settled between both sides, which is good news from a WWE perspective. According to Dave Meltzer, Paige is under contract to WWE through till April 2019, which of course is 2.5 years away. So it seems that Paige wouldn't be going anywhere anytime soon, but of course if she wants to come away from a WWE contract, TNA it sounds like would be interested, which I'm not surprised because they are pushing the bar at the minute, TNA, and they seem to be after WWE talent. Whoever seems to leave WWE, they're after. I mean, you've only got to look at Aaron Rex, who was Damien Sandow. You've only got to look as well at Cody, who was Cody Rhodes, who will be making his debut at Bound for Glory. There has been interest in Alberto Del Rio, from what we've been told. As well as that, we've seen also previous people sign like Drew Galloway, EC3, Tyrus. There's been lots of people that have been in WWE who are now in TNA. And of course, Moose as well, who was a WWE target, who they didn't sign in the end, is now in TNA as well. So it seems like TNA are pushing the bar out and looking to make themselves go to that next level and hopefully make themselves more creditable. And it's showing as well in the TV product as well. So for me as well, you look at the Knockouts division to go on to TNA, it does need improvement. And of course, Paige would be perfect for it if she did become a free agent. But from my personal point of view, I want her to stay in WWE. That's where I think that she should be. I think she's definitely got a role to play in that women's division on the Raw side, possibly even the SmackDown side when the next draft is made. We'll have to wait and see, but there's lots of women that she hasn't fought on the main roster, which I would like to see go against the likes of Bayley, the likes of Sasha Banks, in meaningful feuds as well, not just these filler moments on Raw. I'd like to see proper pay-per-view feuds, and I think that definitely Paige has got a role to play in WWE. Keeping with the female roster in WWE, and as well, I think Dave Meltzer has been at it again. There's been actually talk that Dana Brooke has the potential to be one of WWE's top female stars, especially after spending most of the year under tutelage from WWE Women's Champion on the Raw side, of course, Charlotte. Recently, she's been booked as Charlotte's submissive sidekick more than a protege. The storyline obviously is leading to a feud between Brooke and Charlotte. Now, I would agree with that. I think it is leading that way, but it may be happening a lot sooner than people thought. Charlotte will be defending the WWE Women's Championship, of course, the Raw Women's Championship, against Bayley and Sasha Banks in a triple threat match at Clash of Champions. But the real real story is about Dana Brooke. Now, WWE's creative team has been using Bayley and the Boss to help push a feud between Brooke and Charlotte, according to Dave Meltzer of F4W Online. Now, they are just pawns, apparently, to Dave Meltzer to get Brooke over as a major babyface. Now, I'm not so sure about that, but of course, yes, I can see where the seeds are being planted to help Dana Brooke make this transitional turn, but I wouldn't say that this is necessarily just pawns in the piece. I would say that actually Bayley and the Boss, Sasha Banks, have got creditable roles in this feud as well. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out personally, but if you're going to ask me and make my prediction, I've already given my Clash of Champions prediction video and preview, which you can check on my channel right now if you haven't already. But I kind of believe that Charlotte is going to retain the belt here, that Dana Brooke is probably going to come good on this event somehow, but I can see the seeds being planted in a later time. Maybe if Bayley gets pinned by Charlotte on this particular event, we then see Sasha Banks get another match at the following pay-per-view, which I believe is Hell in a Cell. Sasha Banks could then win the belt there, which then Dana Brooke could probably screw up at that point. We could see then maybe Dana Brooke screw up again at the rematch attempt, and then just maybe then we could see the face turn actually happen, and then we could see the feud going forward with Dana Brooke and Charlotte towards the very, very end of the year. At that point, then Sasha Banks could go on to maybe the likes of Nia Jax, and then maybe towards WrestleMania season we could see Sasha Banks against Bayley actually at WrestleMania 33, which has been rumoured to happen. So that's the way I think it's going to play out. I don't think it's going to be just so soon yet, but I think, yes, the wheels in motion are there, but actually I don't believe that they are pawns in this storyline, Sasha Banks and Bayley. I think that everyone's got their creditable role in this, and I actually believe that it's a bigger picture, and I think the Raw Women's division has been particularly strong on the Raw show at the moment. That's been particularly weak, so I hope WWE keeps up the good work with that division. But we'll move on in the meantime, and Luke Harper is going to be our final story of this particular video. It's been only a matter of time before he returns to the ring. According to ProWrestlingSheet.com, the 36-year-old has been cleared by WWE doctors to resume wrestling. It is now known which show Harper will appear on after not being selected in the WWE draft. According to F4W Online, he is being advertised for upcoming Raw events. Now, that's very interesting stuff indeed, because I actually thought he would be ending up on the SmackDown roster, particularly because now Eric Rowan seems to be with Bray Wyatt again. I thought we'd get the original Wyatt family, so it would seem like they weren't broken up. But of course, maybe Luke Harper would have a good part to play on Monday Night Raw. It's very keen to see what he would be doing, because of course Raw probably is actually lacking a little bit of top talent. Maybe Luke Harper could fill a void here, particularly on the heel side at the moment. The heels don't seem as strong as the faces, and maybe if Rusev maybe goes up the ladder a little bit in the card, maybe Luke Harper could fill that mid-card role. It certainly does kind of make sense actually when you look at the report. And I went on earlier in the video rumouring that Goldberg could have cost Roman Reigns the match. I believe Rusev is going to win at Clash of Champions, and I don't believe he's going to win clean, and I think there's going to be something happen that actually means that Roman Reigns will move on from this feud onto something else. Well, if Luke Harper is cleared and he's advertised for Raw events, could you imagine that Luke Harper could be the guy to cost Roman Reigns the match, and then Luke Harper actually then trying to make himself a mainstay on the Raw side? I think it could actually happen. Would it make much sense maybe going forward? Perhaps not, because of course, where is the link between Luke Harper and Rusev? There isn't really, but I mean, if he's looking to make a name for himself and actually be a creditable part of the Raw roster, then maybe they could just make it work on that way. And I personally, for me, think the whole thing's been a mess. I don't like the idea that Roman Reigns has even been chasing the United States Championship, when of course what he's after is a Universal Championship all along. I don't think that Roman Reigns should be in the mid-card. I think it's damaging to the mid-carders. It stops their progression. So for me, really, I think this would be just a kind of an easy and a clear way out, and then we can actually put sort of a carpet over the mess, and we can look forward to something clear going forward. But that's my opinion anyway. Let me know your feelings in the comments below. You've been watching Steve Chats Wrestling, hashtag SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Thank you for watching this video, and if you did like it, please hit the like button, and also share it as well amongst your friends. Could do it across Facebook and Twitter as well, why not? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course I welcome all comments in the comments below as well. If there is any more breaking news before Clash of Champions, then I will bring that to you here on this channel. But if I don't see you before, enjoy WWE Clash of Champions, and of course look out for a review for you, which will be coming on this channel on Monday. You've been watching Steve Chats Wrestling, hashtag SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Thank you very much for watching.